Come with me. I want to show you something. And on the way, I want to talk about something that has been bothering me. Most of us are going to experience at some point the death of our pets. And that experience can be very painful. Recently, a few companies have sprung up that are taking advantage of that pain, that are taking advantage of our sense of loss. I'm talking about companies that are cloning animals, the people's pets. Cloning your cat is not the same as getting your cat back. It's something, however, that these companies are implying. Their whole business model is based on not telling us the dark side of their business and convincing us that we will get back something we lost when our pet dies. When the reality is that you're not getting your cat back, you're getting a twin of your cat. First of all, I don't want to diminish people's pain. There's no doubt that when we lose a beloved pet, we lose a companion. We lose someone that we poured love and attention into. We lose someone that loved us back. And that loss can cause great pain. Pain that some people can feel overwhelming. But these companies prey on that pain. They prey on that loss. They prey on the hope that we might be able to have our friend, our pet back again. And in the process of delivering on that promise, they create new pain. I want to say something about this issue because I think it's important. It's important even if you do not have a cat or never plan on cloning your cat. If we care about our pets, if we care about their suffering and their quality of life, then we should really care about all animals, about all of their suffering. I saw an interview with a woman who had her cat cloned. The cat had become her constant companion and was what she described as her only real friend. She waited 4 years to get her new cat, much longer than the usual waiting time. This is not about outing anybody or shaming anybody for the decisions that they made. So I'm not going to mention her name or show any clips. It took 4 years for them to deliver on that. And that's an important number. I'll get back to why that's an important number. But first, I want to talk a little bit about the cloning industry. It started with Dolly the sheep. I don't know if any of you remember that. In 1996, they cloned a sheep. In concept, the process is easy to understand. They take the nucleus of a cell from your pet and replace the nucleus of a host egg. That host egg now has all the genetic information of your cat. They nurture the egg into a zygote, which they implant into a surrogate mother, and if all goes well, a new kitten is born a few weeks later. At least that's the way they want us to imagine it. The reality is that the whole process is full of stress, and it creates a lot of pain for the cats that are involved in it. So the first step is that you would take your pet to the vet. They would take a skin sample, which you would send to the cloning company. I'm not going to mention their names because I don't want to give those companies any publicity. The cloning company then would store it. That alone costs about over $1,000. And if you're ready to do the cloning right away, then they would charge you between $35,000 and $50,000 to go through the process. They don't claim to give you your cat back. They just say that you'll get a genetic twin that's going to be almost identical to the cat that you have lost. But let me pull over for a moment. I want to read something to you. This is from one company website. Feline cloning. Bring your lovely cat back again. Unfortunately, nobody is coming back again. If your favorite cat is nearing the end of her life or just passed away, we want to extend and reimagine the special love with her. Please contact us. We can help you realize your dream. Aided by modern animal cloning technology, we can help you extend your cat's life by creating a genetically identical copy. Now, nobody's life is extended. They say extend your cat's life. Their life is not extended. Here it says, cloning continues the life of your lovely pet, quote unquote. Unfortunately, it does not continue any life, and it comes at a cost. Now, these types of statements are emotional manipulation. They are taking the loss that you feel, they're taking the loss that the pain that people feel, and using it to sell their service. And the reality is that the new cat, this genetic twin, is not even going to have the personality of your original cat or even its markings. Personality is created by many factors. One is genetics, but many are not, including life experiences. My cats were all born to stray moms under sheds in the neighborhood. Their personalities are shaped by that. As far as the markings could be the same, but they might be different. The markings are not actually genetically driven. The bigger problem is that every one of the steps that they have to take to clone your cat requires basically the use of other cats. What they don't tell you is that there's a lot of failure in the cloning industry. That every step along the way has the possibility of failure. From culturing the cells that they extract, to creating of the zygotes, to the implanting of the eggs in the new mother, bringing it to term. And of course, there's always defects simply because of the cloning process in the kittens that are born. They have to extract eggs from a donor cat. This is an invasive medical procedure that requires inserting a needle into the cat and using suction to get her eggs out. There's not only stress, but there's also risk. And the cat is not a real donor, it has no say in the matter. And then another cat has to be found to be impregnated. These companies say that it'll normally take about a year for you to get your new cat. 1 year. Well, the reality is that a cat's normal gestation period is 65 days, which is a little over 2 months. So it makes me wonder how many pregnancy attempts a company has to make before a kitten without defects is born. How many mother cats do they take through this process before they get a perfect result? And how many kittens with deformities are born and then destroyed? Which brings me back to the interview of the woman who waited 4 years for her new cat. How many extractions of eggs did they have to do? How many cats had to be impregnated before they got her cat? How many kittens born with defects had to happen? We're talking 4 years. I don't know the number, but I can tell you that it's a lot more than one. There was a lot of suffering that had to happen for that cat to be born. This is the dark side of the industry. This is what they don't want you to know, that they make their profits, and they make those profits based on the pain of the animals that they use to do the cloning. And there's a second point, the opportunity cost. The cost of the procedure, which ranges from $35,000 to $50,000, is a lot of money. Think of what that money could do to save human lives. Or if you really want to support cats, how many cats would it help? How many cats already living need homes, or at least food and shelter? How many need to be adopted? How much would $50,000 help those cats? There's a lot of cats that are already alive that need our love, that need our attention, that need the resources that we can bring. This is why I am bringing you here, my local Humane Society, to take a look at some of these cats. They're living, they need people to adopt them. There's no need to clone a cat. There's already plenty of cats already living right here in the world, and they all need love and attention. So support your local Humane Society or any private shelters that are picking up cats that need homes.